welcome everybody to another great episode of Real Life Matters. Of course, I'm your host, DBoss, and I'm also encouraging people to watch Caribvision. We're in 28 different countries, 22 in the Caribbean. We're all over. We're on BellFibe channel 658. You could check us out. Do your due diligence. Also, like the guests that come on, stream their music, actually pay for it, because that's what helps them, give them the ratings. And also, if they have any items or products from companies, you could purchase their products. And also, you can, if they're authors, you can purchase their books. But anyways, over the last few weeks, I've been giving health tips on actual laughing. Laughing is good for you. So laughing every day takes years off of your life. You don't look haggard or older or anything. It also keeps you toned on those abs, and it also is a good warm-up for people that if they sing or they're in a choir. A lot of people say they do the laughing warm-up. But then if you don't have anybody to laugh with, you could just put on something and just laugh, because that brings down your blood pressure, the stress. And then also, if you're feeling sick, it makes you feel a little bit better. I'm not saying to stop taking your medication or anything, but, it'll help heal your body. So anyways, that's enough on that tip there. But we got a special guest here for you today, and she is a soul and jazz artist. And, she's been around. She's a force to be reckoned with, because she's being related to or compared to a lot of the big stars that people know, like Aretha Franklin, Tina Turner, Sade, Amy Winehouse. And that's when you're at that level, you get that type of respect. And we give people that respect, because if you can turn out a show like the former those artists and entertainers that I just mentioned, then you are a real force to be reckoned with. So with no further ado, I introduce to you Bella Forte.
Hi.
How are you?
I am actually very well. Thank you.
Yes, we're seeing the Bella Forte. I've always heard about you. I've always,
Oh,
but I never seen you. And now it's so good that, get to see somebody that's up here. I don't know if you're in Canada, right?
yeah. I live in
Okay.
Canada, Montreal.
Well,
Yes.
I'm from Montreal too. I lived in Lachine over
Oh,
there.
there you go.
Well, that was a long time. Now all my family members, everybody's here in Toronto. So,
Okay.
all right. So, can you tell everybody what's your cultural background? Because everybody at Real Life Matters like to know that, where you're from, or you're in your culture. You just said
Yeah.
Montreal.
First of all, I wanted to say that the tip about laughing is essential. It is essential. People, you have to laugh every day. Anyway, I know that this is part of my routine because I mean, days could be rough and everything, but the sense of humor gets you everywhere. So I just wanted to
So you do
highlight.
your laughing. You do your laughing every day.
Oh my gosh, yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm just like
Me
I
too. You're not going crazy. People, you're not going crazy. Just do it. You'll feel better. Even if
exactly.
you have a bad day, and you'll start looking youthful and stuff. I'm pretty sure.
I am telling you. I am telling you. I mean, they say that black don't crack, but I think that, laughter is actually something for all culture.
You gotta have that in a day, every day. Because some people are so, that it's hard to be, if you want to be stern and strict. It takes a lot of muscles to do that.
Exactly. So back to my background. I mean, I am Haitian descent, so my parents are both from
Woo!
Haiti. So my first language is French, and I do speak Creole and I do speak English. So that's for my cultural background. I'm actually born here though, so I could say that I'm a Québécoise. Um,
Okay,
but
wow.
yes, I'm a Québécoise. That's it. I'm a Québécois. But I mean, for me, my culture always been very, very close to my heart because when you have parents that are coming from immigrations, they actually always want to teach you where they're from and to bring their culture into your life. So you know, I have mad respect for Haitians and Caribbeans in general, and everybody from the African countries, because I mean, it's a lot of work to actually decide to move and to settle in another country and to do your life and have children here. So and I was lucky enough to go to Haiti and just be able to
Oh, you went there.
appreciate,
Okay.
yes, appreciate the culture and the you know, just Haiti and Haitian are very proud people, and in a good way. You know, I think we've been through so much in our history. I mean, we were the first colony to be actually freed, but to free ourselves because they didn't free us. We freed ourselves.
You had to
Let
free
me
yourself.
rephrase that. But all that being said, you know, and being there in Haiti and seeing how people function no matter what, this is just a very huge act of bravery and perseverance in this world. So yeah, so that's my cultural background.
So do you cook? You cook your food, your own, the Haitian food and stuff like that,
Oh
or
yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah,
okay?
yeah, yeah. I'm a big. I mean, I love to eat, and I have to train to make sure that I stay fit.
Well, some of that food is real good.
Oh
You got-
God, oh God, oh God, oh God, oh God. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. I mean, for me, it's so funny that you're saying that, because I have friends of mine who do not, you know, really cook or speak Creole, and they have, you know, parents that are Haitians, and I tell them all the time. I said, this is it. You know, we are just the ones that are coming after our parents. We're first generation. If we can't cook, if we can't speak, our children won't be able to do it. This is it. You know. So it's very important
Wow.
to me to actually have those type of I guess skills in my toolbox, so I could you know, give it to my children. So yeah.
Mhm. Because if you don't tell them nothing, they're thinking, oh, I'm just from Montreal or I'm Canadian and that's it. And it's very
Exactly, exactly.
yeah. It's like my parents are they're both from Barbados, so you know they did a lot of stuff. So now I'm first generation Canadian, so uh,
That's nice.
yeah, we had to learn a lot of stuff also. So let's get to you. So how long have you been doing your entertaining and stuff? How long?
As a professional, it's been close to 15 years.
Wow.
I mean, I've done a lot of, for sure, a lot of shows. I've done a lot of collaborations. I was even able to have like 3 international contracts in Asia. That was just an amazing experience. Basically, I was leaving here by myself to meet the musicians in Asia. The first contract that I did was in Singapore, and so it's basically 4 months, and you perform 6 nights a week, about like 3 sets of 45
6 nights a
minutes.
week?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have one
Wow.
day break. Yeah.
Is that some
It's
kind of
like,
slavery?
I mean, it is just a boot camp for your voice. It's a vocal boot
Wow.
camp, because yeah, I mean, but what is the good perk about these contracts is that, one, you actually are you're in, if how do I say that, you're immersed in another culture, right?
Okay.
You're there for 4 months, so you could, the gigs or the concerts are at night, so during the day you could just, you know, travel if you want to visit the country, whatever. You're free. You live in the 5-star hotel, so you have that sort of rich
Okay.
life status.
You want to get your spa treatment,
This is it, you know, this is it.
facials.
And you get to know so many people from different parts of the world, right? So it's as I said, it's a boot camp for the voice, but in terms of experience in many levels, as a professional, but as a human being also, right? Because I was traveling by myself, so you get to know yourself more. You get to just like be with yourself all the time. So I mean, you meet people, but what I mean is that you have that solitude that is actually part of the whole process, that is actually good. Anyway, that was good to me. I think everybody has to be sometimes alone with
So did you like
themselves.
the food down there and stuff?
Oh wow. I mean, Singapore, Hong Kong. So the three contracts were, one was in Singapore, the other one was in Thailand, and Hong
Ooh,
Kong. So the food was off the chain. I mean, Asian are really good with cooking great things with really fresh ingredients, right? So a lot of coriander, a lot of ginger, a lot of like different spices, and just like great seafood. It was unbelievable. It was really nice. So that brought me. So my career brought me there, and eventually in Montreal, I did almost all the big clubs, like House of Jazz upstairs. I sang at the Metropolis, so different venues like that. And and when I came back, I think in 2018, and in 2018, I was just like, okay, because I was always like performing other people's music, right, as an interpret.
okay.
And in 20, I mean, I had that long dream of mine to become a singer songwriter, to actually have a product that was my own, or an album that was my own.
Okay.
And in 2018, I jumped. I said, you know what, it is now or never. I think what scared me about that whole process was to actually being vulnerable in front of people, because
Yes.
when you write your own music or you tell your own stories, people will know kind of who you are, and
Yes.
I'm a very private person. So I think that was the part that I just had to kind of let go and just be comfortable being vulnerable. And it paid off. It paid off. So the EP is
So,
called
so
Here.
the dark side. But before that, so who have you did collabs with that but besides the people I mentioned before, so who have you did anything with? Who'd you work with?
I mean, in terms of like high profile people, so for the EP that I've produced, that is called Hear Me Out, I've worked with Joel Campbell. Joel Campbell was the arranger on the project, sorry, and he worked with Tina Turner, and actually Janet Jackson. He was their pianist for quite a long time. So that was very incredible to have the opportunity to be working with someone that had really high level experience in terms of music background.
Okay.
So I've also worked with a great bassist that was able to be sometimes some of the basis of Diana Ross in one of his show. And then what really happened, I think, is just collaborating a lot with like local artists that are not necessarily like big international
Big
stars.
names. Okay.
Yeah, but just really like people that are very creative and very enlightened in terms of like their music careers, and also their ability in terms of their vocal ability and everything. So I got to learn a lot through them for sure.
Okay. So who would you like to do a collab with in the future? You could do three because people here at Real Life Matters, they watch and you never know. Hear them,
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. I
say,
think Yeah, one of my dream would be to actually perform with a symphonic orchestra. So I don't know if it would be the OSM or the TSO or whatever. I think there's something amazing with like the string section, the whole section, the whole rhythmic section and everything. There's something very powerful in all these instruments behind you, and you're actually singing your own songs. That would be one of my dreams for sure. I
okay.
would love to meet Sade. This is one of my favorite.
Ooh, she's a good one.
Oh yeah, I love her. I love. She actually taught me how to sing without necessarily like because I was a big fan of Aretha Franklin, and I was luckily enough I was able to meet her one day. She was performing in Montreal.
Wow.
Yeah, she was performing in Montreal, and I had backstage access, and I went to see her, and I was just like, "Oh my gosh, you're a big inspiration for me. You just brought me so much in terms of my learning how to sing, right?" So, and she was very humble, very nice. She took a picture, and she was like, "I'm very proud
Wow.
of you," and I was just like, "Oh my god." It was just
You
like,
didn't expect all that.
yeah, that was like a pinch me moment, right? So Aretha Franklin sort of taught me how to sing with like emotions and power and everything. And Shadi was more like how to kind of display emotions with like the words, with the intention, with the smoothness of it all, right? So I think that's what I really enjoy, both his singers. So Shadi is still alive. So I would love to do a collaboration with her. And I think also a third one would be, I also really love Jill Scott. So I think that,
Ooh, that's a good one. I like her too.
yeah.
She could sing anything.
Wow.
Which,
Yeah.
yeah,
I can't,
I
she
know that she
actually
can
came to
feel it
Montreal.
when she sings.
Exactly. She came to Montreal like I don't know, probably 10 to 15 years ago. And I remember she just had started. She was promoting her first album, Who's Jill Scott, and she was at the Metropolis, and I was just like, wow, her voice, her presence, her charisma. It was just really amazing.
Wow. All right. So tell us about the dark side. What was
Yeah,
behind
so
it? Why you called it the dark side?
I mean, this is basically not my project. What happened was that, so when I did my project, my original project, which was really soul and R&B, the Hear Me Out EP, I got to have like different interviews in different media, and I got to know Duke Eatman, who's actually working for CBC, and he maybe 2 years later he introduced me to Brian, who is the person who is actually sort of fronting this whole amazing project, the dark side of Venus. And he decided to do this project first because unfortunately his sister died of ovarian cancer last year, and they both really loved Pink Floyd, and he basically wanted to tribute this project to her. And it was actually also, I think, the 50th anniversary of the album The Dark Side of the Moon of
Okay.
Pink Floyd. So he couldn't call it the dark side of the moon. And because, the whole purpose is actually to empower women, he called it the dark side of Venus. So all the profits that will be actually raised from this album will be dedicated to the ovarian cancer cause. So what happened is that, so Duke introduced me to Brian, and Brian liked my voice, and he's like, would you be interested to do a couple of songs on this album, because the whole album is basically all female singers performing the songs. And I said, wow. I mean, I am not like I'm not a big fan of Pink Floyd. I mean, I know the band, but I'm not like, oh,
Everybody knows. Everybody knows that one. Okay.
but I was just like, I love the cause. I just love the energy of Brian, who is actually the front man on this project. And I said, you know what, life is life, and sometimes you have to leave your comfort zone. You have to try different things and maneuver in different areas to just grow. So that's what happened, and I'm really really glad that I was able to do two songs on the project. They're called Time and Us in Them.
Okay. Well, we're going to play this song. We're gonna play it. You could sing, you could whatever makes you want to do this, and we'll just play it. All right.
Okay, no problem.
Okay.
I just wanted to say that Pink Floyd, the album, the Dark Side of the Moon, is really like a sort of breastplate type of album.
Okay.
So there's long intros, and the song is called Time because basically it's a song that talks about how, we as humans tend to just forget that time kind of can go so quickly, right?
Yeah, because
So
the intro's a little different. I was like, wait, when's the song gonna start? But
I mean, if you want to hear the voice, you have to go at least to 2 minutes. There's a long intro.
oh
I'm
my
telling you.
god.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
let
yeah,
me.
the intro is long. Yeah. I
Okay,
don't know
all
if
right.
two
Well,
minutes, but try 1 minute at least.
okay, all right.
Almost there.
Understanding what it means to be a finite human in an infinite world as opposed to getting philosophical.
Well, it's very good. It's very good, but long, but long up there.
No,
And
it's,
your
I
voice, it sounds, you can hear the rock and roll, that kind of, vibe. And you have the
yeah,
good voice to pull it off.
yeah, because Pink Floyd were not doing song for radios. They were doing
No,
songs for, I guess,
no.
just for not for them only, but I mean, the format of like two
Just for
minutes,
them
30
to be in a
minutes.
concert and everybody just wilding out.
Exactly. But for radio, because I think this song is close to 7 minutes. No one's gonna play this in a radio unless this is just like the
Mixing.
I don't know, it's a
But I
program
mix
and
it up
that's
with
all.
something. They have no choice. But you just sit there, it's like a chill out kind of like, okay, I have a glass of wine or something, and just sit out and hear it out.
Exactly. So but yeah, so I mean it was quite a challenge because it's not my as you said when you introduced me, I'm more like a soul, R&B, funk, jazz type of
Mm-hmm,
singer. So I mean,
mm-hmm.
I couldn't just change who I am, but I
Right.
still had to kind of adapt to the
To
vibe
that.
of those guys, right, that are more rock oriented. So it's cool.
So what else are you working on, Bella?
Yeah, so I mean, right now this summer is like actually I'm working on a new project, so personal project in terms of like with my style of music. So I'm writing a lot. I'm actually putting together my team to actually produce something for fall, and I do have a couple of gigs, more private gigs this summer, and then starting from fall I'll have also gigs like at venues such as Le Balcon, which is a very popular venue here in Montreal, and
Okay.
that's it. So yeah, just producing new music, and just being inspired.
Well, you got to come back again. When you get your new stuff, so we can play it out.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. I mean, now that I know you, D boss, you know how it is. You know how it is in the black
Yep,
community.
yep. You don't leave people out. People will connect. You can reach out to me, and that way you come back on and you have your song and we'll hear it. So, are
Yeah.
there any? So, you have any shout outs that you want to give to your people?
Yeah, I want to thank everybody who supports me daily. I mean, through emails or little messages on my Facebook, Instagram, and pages. So if ever you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Bella BEAA underscore Forte FORTE underscore. So that's Bella Forte. And if ever you go on actual Facebook, you'll find me also Bella Forte, and my not email, actually my website, it's Bella Forte Muse.com. So yeah, so I just want to also say a big shout out to Duke, to Brian, to all the team who produced this great album, The Dark Side of Venus. If ever you're in Montreal, the launch of this album is actually this Thursday at La
Really?
Sala Rosa on Saint Laurent, and it actually starts at 7. So be there. There'll be other artists joining me singing songs from Pink Floyd.
Oh, well, that's and then also I just interviewed the ovarian cancer of Canada, and
Hmm.
that's a part of the stuff there. So she gave us a lot. It was Valerie Ding, and she gave a lot
Mm.
of things about for people to look out for ovarian cancer because a lot of people don't know and not so aware of that type of cancer. So, and she gave some
Mhm.
tips, and it was really shocking to hear what the symptoms were because we're like I'm still like in awe because I'm like those are regular symptoms and you wouldn't know.
Exactly. Yeah, 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 yeah. There's sneaky cancers like that.
It's a sneaky one, and it's a difficult one to diagnose because it's so much things that women's bodies go through, and you wouldn't even recognize the symptoms. So it's a very
Mhm.
good cause that you guys are behind, and getting it out there. So I'm very satisfied with that. And
Mhm.
I can't wait for you to come back to tell us about your journey and all. You've been all over. Some people haven't even touched Asia. Look at you.
No,
Are you
it's
gonna
true.
go to
It's true.
Africa? Are you gonna go to
My
Africa soon?
Yeah, my next stop is Africa. Actually, yeah, very much so. Yeah, I mean it's a continent that we I think as Black people, but everybody, I think it's a
Yes.
continent that is fueling the world. You know,
Yes.
it's fueling the world in so many ways from so since too much time, I guess,
Yes.
So I think it's very and there's so much richness in this continent that we have to actually visit it the same way we could go and visit Europe, right? It's a place to go also.
So have you considered any acting or to do anything or?
I mean, I love it's funny that you're saying this because I've always loved when I do like music videos for my different project. I'm always so yeah, I'm like dressing up, doing my stuff. I just love it.
Well,
So
that's why they're taking a lot of the entertainers and the music because you guys know what to do, so.
yeah, I would love to. I would love to. That would be for sure another kind of side project that would really make me happy.
They
So
can
if
pay some
everyone's
coin.
listening, huh?
They can pay some coin.
Oh, yeah, exactly, exactly.
A,
And
a little coin goes a long way.
Exactly, and it's just another type of skill too, right? It's another type of art. So
Yes.
for sure, yeah.
But you can swing it off because you guys know how to perform. Look at the camera, where to look, stuff like that. So that's what
It's
they
true. It's
look
true.
at.
That's why there's a lot of artists that transition and do it back and forth because I mean you do have to have somewhat of training. I mean, being an actor,
Yes.
just like
Well, look at LL Cool J and a lot of people. A lot of them have went into acting, and
exactly.
they're still doing their. Some of them are still doing their music, but if they made it a plateau, then now they're plateauing in another thing. So
Yeah, it's like Mary J. Blige, and her I think it's what's her name? What's the name of the show? Power, right?
Power,
She's
I think so.
yeah,
Yeah.
she's playing unfortunately a drug dealer, but still she rocks.
Yeah,
Method
but
Man is in there
like
too.
she sings rap and in that hardcore, so she'll it fits
No,
the personality.
exactly. So yeah, next step, acting. I don't know. You know what? I always say that you just send these things in the universe, and you
And
just
then
never.
next thing, here they come.
You're right. You're
So
right.
I've had a lot of guests on, a lot of people scooped up people. And next thing, here they are in LA or somewhere. I said, well, what are you doing down there? Oh, D-Boss, thank you. And they fly up here and give me a gift or something. Here, thank you. I'm like, well, they saw your show and they came and scooped me up. So I said,
You
okay,
know what? Thank you for having me.
all right. All right. So I want to thank you, Bella Forte, for telling us about your journey and your continued journey. And I also do want to thank the viewers tonight to watch. Follow her, share, watch the music. She's around. So go look at, follow, do what you're supposed to do, people. Share the videos and all that. I don't have to keep telling you as everybody else says. And if you haven't seen any of the past episodes I did, you could go to my YouTube channel, DBoss Networks, and you'll see all of the videos that I've done, so you can watch them at your leisure, and you will see Bella's up there also. All right. So everybody, so bye for now.
Bye. Thank you again.